Hello Summoners and welcome back to another ProGuides OP Korean builds video. My name is Christoph and today I'll be going over some of the latest and most OP builds that have been rising in popularity in Korean Challenger. A bunch of you guys have been asking for our personal recommendations on this topic for quite some time, and luckily for you, we have a lot of connections to Korean Challenger, so we're going to give you guys the best and latest builds for every role, so you can pick a handful of these and try them out in your next few games. Also, we've heard your feedback on a previous video, and we definitely listened to you guys and have implemented some of the changes into this one. Thank you guys so much for the comments. We love listening to you. If you have any more ideas on how we can improve our videos, then please leave a comment down below. And before we get right into the video, if you guys are interested in getting better at League of Legends and increasing your rank this season, then please check out ProGuides.com using the description link below. Alright, let's get right into the video. So starting with the top lane, there's been a few new builds that have been appearing in the top lane, and the first one is PYKE. Anyone who's watched MSI recently knows about this sleeper OP top lane pick that G2 used to demolish SKT during the play-ins. After being destroyed by this unique pick, top lane Korean Challenger players have been adding PYKE to their champion pool and spamming him in solo queue. Since PYKE is a champion that relies on his enemies' mistakes, he's the perfect champion for solo queue. In this build, you want to take Aftershock, followed by Precision second for Presence of Mind and Legend Tenacity. The best part about PYKE top is being able to stack your Legend Tenacity rune extremely fast. You're allowed to clear cannon minions instead of waiting beside them with an ancient coin in the bottom lane. Next, you want to take Tiamat, followed by lethality and armor penetration items such as Youmuu's Ghostblade, Black Cleaver, and even Duskblade. Next up, we have a unique build for Karma that's been rising in popularity the past few days. I'm sure most of you are already aware of the full tank Karma top build that's been in the meta in the past few months. However, there's a new twist to the build that Korean Challenger top laners have been adding to this traditional tank route. You want to take Kleptomancy followed by Resolve second for Revitalize and Shield Bash. Next, you want to rush the standard Iceborne Gauntlet, followed by a new twist to the build, which is Redemption. This item path sounds pretty troll, but it's surprisingly good, and you should really try it out in your next few games. This build becomes even better if you have a duo partner who mains jungle and plays champions like Kindred, Hecarim, or Rek'Sai. Lastly, for our top lane, we have SWAIN. SWAIN has been struggling in the meta for a while now, and you rarely see him on the Rift anymore. However, there's a new SWAIN build for the top lane which might just make him viable again. A lot of professional LCK players have been trying out this new build, which makes him so much more annoying. You'll need Glacial Augment, followed by Domination second for Ingenious Hunter and Cheap Shot. Then you're going to be rushing a Hextech GLP and build into a Zhonya's Hourglass. The AoE slow effect from your GLP combined with your Glacial Augment makes it extremely easy to land your E, W, and Q, while also slowly burning them down with your ultimate. On top of that, you get an extremely low cooldown on your Zhonya's Hourglass, which will be used for those small skirmishes or big team fights. Alright, now let's move on to the jungle. Our first new jungle build is for Aatrox. You're probably aware that he's received a small rework at the start of last patch, and a lot of people are returning to him in the jungle. Every single professional player in Korea is jumping on this hype train right now and are abusing him while he's fairly unknown in this role. For the build, you'll need Conqueror with Domination second for Ravenous Hunter and Sudden Impact. Then for items, you'll need Blue Smite with the Warrior Enchantment, followed by a Black Cleaver into Death's Dance. A lot of players will underestimate the strength of this pick and won't respect your burst, so use him in your next few games before other people start to catch on. The second new build for jungle is Amumu. Amumu received some buffs recently to his kit, which made his win rate and play rate skyrocket. Although he's not very popular for high elo, his stats in lower ranks are incredible and certainly make him a great jungler. In patch 9.10, a lot of players have been opting to go a hybrid route for Amumu, and it's been doing pretty well in the meta. In patch 9.9, most Amumu players opted to go to the Cinderhulk route due to the recent buffs on that enchantment rather than its counterpart, Runic Echoes. However, Runic Echoes got a massive buff this patch, and a lot of Amumu players have been opting to go this route instead. They usually take Aftershock with Inspiration second for free boots and Cosmic Insight, followed by a Runic Echoes rush. Once their jungle item is complete, they'll go full tank with items like Zeke's Convergence or Abyssal Mask. Alright, now let's go on to the mid lane. Before we get into the mid lane, if you guys are interested in getting better at the mid lane, then please check out our course with former pro player Hai from C9. Check it out with the description link below. This first build is going to sound a little bit troll, but trust me, this works. Twisted Fate has been a common favorite amongst high elo mid laners, but has seen little to no play in competitive matches recently. In patch 9.10, a few players have been playing him in mid lane with an on-hit hybrid style for better dueling potential. For runes, you want to take Kleptomancy followed by Sorcery second for Mana Flow Band and Transcendence. Then you'll want to build into a Triforce followed by on-hit items like Wit's End and Ginsu's Rage Blade. This build is a bit weird though because you'll still want to max your Q instead of your E for more wave clear during the early to mid game, so make sure you watch out for that. Also keep in mind that this playstyle is really difficult for new players, so try him out in your next few normal games first. Next up for the mid lane we have CAITLYN. The Sheriff of Piltover recently received a huge buff to her W trap damage, and some players have been trying her out in the mid lane. But instead of going the standard ADC style, they've been going full lethality. For runes, you'll want Predator followed by Precision second for Alacrity and Coup de Grace. Then you'll want to rush straight into lethality items like Yomu's Ghostblade and Duskblade into crit items like Static Shiv and Infinity Edge. The moment the enemy laner steps on one of your traps, they're going to have their HP bar melted. Try this out in your next few normal games and let us know how this goes. Finally, we have our last build for the mid lane, which is CHO'GATH. There are two traditional archetypes for CHO'GATH mid, which are full tank or full AP. But a new one has been appearing in Korean Challenger recently. This is a roaming style build where you'll want to hard push your lane and catch out opponents when they're out of position. You want to take Arcane Comet for the increased burst, followed by Domination second for Ingenious Hunter and Cheap Shot. Then you want to rush a Righteous Glory followed by a Twin Shadows. The general idea of this playstyle is to use your Twin Shadows to slow your enemies down, then use your Righteous Glory to catch up to them and land a lethal Rupture. If they're hit by your Q, then you immediately face roll your keyboard and one-shot them. Alright, now it's AD carry time. The next build is one of the most common champions in the bot lane, Kai'Sa. Ginsu's Rageblade was recently nerfed, which has led a lot of players leaning towards other playstyles for Kai'Sa. Some like to go hybrid, some like the traditional on-hit style, and some prefer full AP style. But what if I told you there was a completely new standard build for her? Get ready, because this build will get you some free low for patch 9.10. You want to take the standard runes, which are Press the Attack, followed by Inspiration for free boots and biscuits. Then you want to rush a tier and build that straight into a Mana Mune. Yep, you heard it. You're going to need this item fully stacked to get ready to spam those abilities. Then you'll purchase a Ginsu's Rageblade into a fully completed Zeal item, and then finally get your Infinity Edge. This item path sounds completely troll, but almost every professional Korean ADC has been spamming this in solo queue. So try it out ASAP before the sleeper OP path becomes mainstream. Now let's talk about ASHE. ASHE is a great ADC for low elo and is one of the easiest champions in the game to play, but she's going to get even easier with this new build for her. Instead of the on-hit Blade of the Ruined King path that we're all familiar with, pro players in EU and Korea have been going a full poke route instead. You'll want to take Arcane Comet followed by Precision second for Alacrity and Coup de Grace. Then you're going to rush an Essence Reaver followed by a Runaan's Hurricane into full AD items like Bloodthirster and Maw of Malmortius. Try this build out, it's so annoying to play against and it'll make your opponents want to pull their hair out. The final build for AD carry that we'll want to mention is a fun DRAVEN build only for those normal games. You're going to want to take Glacial Augment followed by Precision second for Overheal and Alacrity. Then you'll want to rush a Blade of the Ruined King into a Bloodthirster and Rapid Fire Cannon. This item path is super troll, but it's so frustrating to play against when you manage to get ahead. Once you slow them with your Blade of the Ruined King, it is so hard for the enemy laners to survive because your autos will be hitting them like a truck. And finally, on to supports. We have one brand new OP build for supports this patch, and it's for Volibear. Although he's more of a top laner or a jungler, he's more frequently played as a support in Korean Challenger. They like to go Predator for the full-on roaming playstyle, followed by Minion Dematerializer and Approach Velocity. For items, they'll usually rush Moby Boots after their first Relic Shield upgrade, followed by a Righteous Glory. This support style consists of roaming heavily for your team and catching your opponents off guard. It'll be perfect for those players who like playing champs like Blitzcrank or PYKE because you'll get used to the playstyle very fast. That's it for our new OP Koreans build video. We'd love to hear suggestions from you guys on how to make these videos better, so if you have something to add, then please comment down below. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content in the future. Also, make sure to check out ProGuides.com for guides and videos that were made by your favorite pro players such as Nightblue, Bunny Fufu, and Mike Young. That's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck in your next few games, and we'll see you on the Rift.